Hey, it's Mikey Mike. Hey, we're kiteboarding at Belmont Shores the first time this year and having a great time. The winds were pumping. Oh my gosh. They were 30 miles an hour to about, I was out there about 45, and I was on a 9-meter Cabrinha Switchblade, and we were doing a self-launch here. I got my anchor at the beach because there was nobody around. There was only about 5 kiters in the whole place. So this is how I make sure I'm safe and be able to launch my kite if I need to. So a quick self-launch here to check your lines. Grab the kite, hook it up to the anchor, and walk it over. And you can see the beach is just blowing. Holy cow. It was nuts. It was flipping nuts. I was about 230 pounds today, down from 280, so I probably needed that extra weight, but we're out on the Cabrinha S Quad 5.7 surfboard today, and the 9-meter switchblade here. And so I run myself back to the beach after I get the kite put in position. It's kind of bouncing around a little bit. And then run back and hook your safety in first. And then put the chicken loop in, and then you should put your little safety donkey dick there into the catch so it doesn't come loose, and then launch the kite as all the lines are straight, and then make your way to the beach. So we're on the 5.7 S Quad. Like I said, there was about 5 people in the whole day. It was awesome. Sabrina and Andrew came out for a while, and Jack was there. It was a lot of fun. Oh my gosh, it was blowing though. It was crazy. It's kind of like Lake Isabella without the lulls. It was nuts. It was a side onshore, so it wasn't side shore or even offshore. It was side onshore the whole time. I was having a great time. Swells were up a little bit. Trying to make it through the surf zone here. Still trying to watch out for the stingrays because you never know what they're going to do. Usually they're not in the surf zone, but you never know. So just trying to be careful. And I got worked a couple times, I'm telling you. I got launched off my board, and so I had my kite set on the V-power on the wingtips. This is the first time I ever done that because it was, I was on a 9. It was blowing 30, so I was like, well, I'm going to V-power the wingtips, and I actually probably could have done it just in regular normal. A couple times I was really overpowered, but that just goes to show how freaking windy Isabella is, because I'm usually never doing that at Isabella. But quick body drag out here, and feeling a lot better and getting my feet in the board a lot easier. 50 pounds lighter, it's definitely making it a lot easier. So get my butt on the board, still doing the swing my leg up kind of trick here, and on the 9 here, and we're pretty much off and riding. Just watching for a few other kiters, not too bad. There's hardly anybody there, and I was like, holy cow, I really had to dive this kite. There wasn't as much power as I thought there was going to be. So just kind of cruising along here, and yeah, it was fun. There was a lot of chop, that's for sure. A lot of wind swell. They forecasted 17-foot swells, probably outside the break wall, but it wasn't that bad here. It's probably maybe 3 to 6 in a few areas. We're just having a great time, just moving right along. Well, it was a Monday, granted, but there wasn't very many people out. It wasn't cold. I was in a 2-3 wetsuit, which isn't too bad. I actually forgot my gloves on the beach for this particular run here. I'm having a great time. That S Quad was just moving, super light. I didn't feel like doing any jumps. I didn't want to get too crazy and break something, hurt something, and I ended up going to have to chase my board with hardly anybody there. So didn't want to do any transitions either. So I just, like I normally do, just kind of swing the board around. And this is where I gotta get worked here. Get thrown right the hell off the board. And I was getting a little too aggressive and face plant. Ouch. and I got launched. Holy crap, did I get launched. It just worked me. Like I said, I'm 230 pounds, and that thing, 9, just took me out. Finally made it back to the board, and we can try this again and maybe a little bit more cautious. But yeah, it was a great day. You know, fortunately I had that anchor point there because there was nobody on the beach. I highly recommend if there's nobody on the beach, bring something to tie to the lifeguard stand if you don't have a pounder and anchor. But typically on long beaches, usually I don't have any issues. But we were humming and had a deep out of the 9 here. And my legs were catching some of these swells cruising by here, and I was getting just mangled by those things. And then all of a sudden, a little bit of a lull, and I had to power back up in 35 mile an hour to 40 mile an hour winds. It was crazy. So once again, make it, hey, I just mow the grass, and I'm having a great time. I don't have to be professional. Don't have to jump 8 million miles in the air. All I'm doing is just having a great time kiting, and I love it. So there's Sabrina in the background there. She was, I think she was on a 5, and she was getting some air. She was having a great time. Yeah, I got worked a couple times trying to start out. And there's another time right there at face plant. Took me a little bit to body drag back to the board, but actually somebody came up and said, "Hey, you okay?" I'm like, "Yeah, I'm fine. I'm making it through here." But that's how cool the kiting community is. Everybody's willing to help. So this is my board that run, and coming back, and here comes somebody up. I think it was Sabrina actually. I'm not quite sure. But I don't even know. But I knew I had the board on that run there back, and we were good. So, back out for another run. And you got to be careful. Like I just lifted that board there, and a lot of times that wind will catch up underneath the board and just smack you in the melon. So make sure you're wearing a helmet when you're out there. It's super important, especially in high winds. It can get a little tricky. But amazing day at Belmont Shores in Long Beach. It was so much fun. Great way to kick off the year. This coronavirus has had, took a toll on a lot of activities. So, hopefully we can get back out and have some fun and get some wind. Man, this was awesome. It was a windy day and a side-onshore. How man, you can't beat that. Side shore's a little sketchy, but side on, that's perfect. But it was pumping. We're trimmed in a little bit here and heading back to the beach. And just kind of doing some carving turns and kind of slowing myself down here. Swing it all the way in and jump off the board. And little kite cam perspective. So just carving and scrubbing a little speed here. Trying to slow down before I hit the beach, and just kind of jump off the board, and we're on shore. Fortunately, no stingrays, so that was good. And walked back to the beach and had to do a self land, so we'll kind of get the kiter's perspective on the self land here. Tons of fun, but boy, it was blowing, I'm telling you. So I got my stake there in the ground. I grabbed my little leash and my S-beaner. Hook it onto the chicken loop there and just kind of land the kite as slow as you can. And it was blowing. Oh my gosh, it was blowing. And nobody was around just to land. So, I mean, I could have flagged out, but I'd rather, this trick works really good. Oh, I tried to run and I still had my safety on. I was like, oh man, what am I doing? So make sure, note to self, undo safety. So I ran over there, just grabbed one of the lines, and then I grabbed the front line. And it was bouncing up, and I finally got it, and it was easy, and just go ahead and land the kite. So this is Mikey Mike. Make sure you leave some comments down below. Long Beach, Belmont Shores, tons of fun, especially when there's some wind. Oh my gosh, how smooth and great. It was awesome. Got my little sandbag there because I knew it was going to be blowing just like Lake Isabella. So be prepared. You know, you can always dump sand on your kite, but I prefer the sandbag trick. So, all right, man. Leave some comments, man. Peace.